Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tropico 3 Absolute Power. In the mission to Toady. Right, we're still trying to secure the future of this island by building housing mostly to keep the awful shacks away. The awful shacks. Mostly so I can have the population that I need to fund all the industry that the Presidente has asked me to build.
Greetings, friends of the Great Revolution. We have succeeded in yet another goal. Every man, woman, and child in Tropico knows the true face of our arch enemy, El Presidente. In order to lull the tyrant into a false sense of comfort, some of our comrades are displaying a show of respect for our grotesque leader. After he gets comfortable enough, we'll deliver the lethal blow to his evil empire.
And what actually is the range of the... can't see that. Alright. A little bit too short. Need a substation somewhere. Loads of money though. Of course this is only a semi-sustainable economy, because eventually the iron will run out. The only thing that will stay functional is the rum building. And potentially the logging. Although they will clear cut most of the stuff in their vicinity really quickly. Provided they have enough workers. Which currently they don't. But that should ensure that at least nobody remains... Yeah, it's just women that are unemployed. There's very little I can do about that, because there's too few jobs I can actually give to women. I suppose I can build another pub, but I can't afford it right now. Probably need to build another construction office, which can also employ women. Alright, just need another boat, and we'll be good again. Yeah, might as well spend the money on the upgrades to the factories now to get the most benefit out of it for the length that they was to remain active. But there's still so much that I need to build. Actually, let's reduce the money to the soldiers a bit and raise everybody's wages. Make everybody a little bit happier. We have the money. We can afford it. Eventually. Alright, do I have that Swiss bank? No, not yet. Oh, look at it. Finally my dock workers are actually where they need to be.
An anonymous source has reported that El Presidente frequently makes phone calls to Switzerland, after which he begins to hum cheerfully the Tropican national anthem. This sounds like a sure sign that our foreign politics are blooming.
Yeah, that is also what it could mean. Right. 2 banks and a garbage dump. It's not often the game asks you to build 3 identical structures, but, well, sometimes you just need to acquiesce. And we'll speed up time again. So quickly spent, so quickly lost. But that is how it goes. Yeah, no spending allowed. Cheers, Leo! Once again, I managed to secure a decisive election victory. I am proud that the citizens of our fair country have such faith in me, though it is only natural since I run the nation so well. As a means of thanking my foreign friends that supported me throughout the campaign, I have transferred the control of one of our industry buildings to them. Which one? Ah, the lumber mill. Well, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I can't see what they're doing now. It's not really a problem for me. They'll pay rent for the building now. Which is fine. Not sure about the production though. Alright. Let's get a cathedral. Alright, most of these buildings are now empty still. And the farm is working at full capacity, that's good. Yeah, it's sometimes a bit difficult to set up enclaves like this, so far away from the rest of Tropico. Because it's so far away from everyone else. You can partially solve this by building garages, but that only stretches so far. Generally, you don't want to really put down too many separate locations. Or very small ones if you have to. But there's no room for me to expand in here. And besides, this isn't very desirable location to live anyway, so close to all these factories. I wonder though if the rent will actually be beneficial. But it will give me more than it actually does. It doesn't really matter.
20 years have passed since El Presidente took leadership. After all this time, he does not show signs of stepping down anytime soon.
Right, so the one bank is now available with the slush fund. Ah, the power plant has gone back to its normal price. Pity. Well, it would make sense that he would only afford one building. Well, still didn't build the substation though. Was distracted by the election victory, which I had nothing to do with. See, mostly the religious are not happy. And they're mostly unhappy about trivial stuff, yeah, aside from the cathedral. But that will be there soon. Yeah, they want more childhood museums. Yeah, I suppose I can do that. There's no rebels, plenty of soldiers. Well, so far so good. You see, the army base is almost full up. Alright, just speed up time again. The gold deposit has been depleted. There's still some in the output storage though, so I'll just not knock it down just yet. And let's put down the horticulture station so that the logging camps will at least rebuild some of the trees that they chopped down. And right now I'm just waiting for stuff to finish building.
The income disparity in Tropico is spiraling out of control. Luxury mansions are being built next to grumbling shacks. I guess this is the way the world turns. The rich will become richer and the poor will become poorer.
So much is true. Yeah, still dead. Cause. And can I build the substation? Yeah, I can. Can I build it here? Yes, I can. All these shacks is not nice, but I can't really put any more buildings down. People will just have to want to live here, close to the cathedral. Alright, let's go start making spice rum and increase the production there. And you can get the tool shed. And can I extend the thing over here? Yep. Any unemployment? A little bit. Still just mostly women. Let's put down a pub. And we'll speed it up again. And this is just all the lumberjacks living here, isn't it? No, it's just a few for the farmers too. Well, maybe when the next load comes in. Yeah, I don't think the lumber mill is working quite as it should now that it doesn't have access to lumber. To the logs. Doesn't matter much to me, but eventually the foreign investor that has control of it will probably sell it. At which point I will have to rebuild it so it can actually be useful again. I suppose if you activate and make every business that is part of the chain private, it might supply each other, but I don't know for certain if that works because I just don't ever use that option. I just don't find that the rent actually covers how much money you could make by just holding onto the building yourself. I could be wrong though. It's just my personal preference. I've seen what privatization does to the national train service and, well, has not been proved much. Well, maybe put down a few houses here.
The weather is just peachy as usual on our little paradise. It's a perfect day for farming, mining, and deforestation. Dear people of Tropico, please stop with the permanent siesta. Leave the beaches and the pubs and join our Presidente so he doesn't have to do everything on his own.
Yeah, I'm not the president. He can handle that. Alright. Finally some money again. And they want another childhood museum. Yeah. let's put down a few houses here. There. That should be fine. Is any edicts that I can pass? The anti-litter ordinance is fine. Sensitivity training.
A new
Sure.
anti-litter ordinance has been issued today by the government. As always, perpetrators will be shot on sight. So remember, kids, think twice before you throw that bubblegum wrapper on the ground. And now, some music!
Yeah, let's do the ideology book. That shall make the people happier a little bit. Our religious are still not very happy.
This is Betty Boom, the voice of truth. Today I will expose the brainwash attempts of El Presidente. His new ideology book has been called The True Tropican Bible by the government. This could have been worrying if the book was not as stupid as it actually is.
Well, then you would have nothing to worry about, would you? Alright, that one is being depleted. Well, now the difficult thing is to actually connect the substations all the way down to the other side of the island. Let's just maximize the production. Is this within the range? No, it's not. And I can't afford it. Right, let's just get rid of the rubble here. Much nicer. Yeah. The factory workers are getting so good that they're actually able to keep up with the income of the input from all the resource places I have. And I would build more sugar farms, but I just don't think I have the places for them. Yeah, no. There's still a few places I could build some. Do I really want to, though? Just don't have the unemployed to really pull that off. Besides, it's mostly a seasonal problem for the rum facility. This payday will be good again. Right, so is there anything I actually want to build that is of any real use? Let's put a prison over on this side of the island. It's not quite a police station, but it will have to suffice. I don't really want any more army stations. Another clinic, probably a good idea. And I wanted to extend power network. No, I don't really want to bring the Pope over. I want to save that for when it's actually useful. Alright, so how much money have I managed to get? Only just over halfway. I need to build more expensive stuff. Might have to build another newspaper. If I can fit it in. Oh well, but we'll see about that next time.